Recently, everyone talking about shifting the reality, quantum jumping, changing the earth that you're living in into different earth and different reality. And if you have any questions regarding this, because there is a plenty YouTube videos there keep saying shift now or forever you will stay in this dark era. And and if you've got a question like how on the earth I can do this, which steps I should take, and if this is even true, definitely stick with this video, because I'm going to share with you how I've seen this, how I've taken action towards this in a simple way, without all this, crazy sugar coating words that make you feel scared and make you feel like shifting that reality is such a hard thing. So I'm going to share with you a very simple thing, what you can do as soon as you finish this video for yourself to shift the reality to the reality that you want to be in. So, yo everybody, it's Polly and welcome to my channel where I'm talking about spirituality, self-development, lot of attraction, but more on the holistic way, not the mass media thing that everyone keep posting, keep smashing and jamming the internet with. Something more on a personal level, something deeper. I call this a little bit hidden knowledge, which obviously is not hidden, but because no one is sharing this, it's hard to get. So this video and any of the videos that I am posting on my YouTube channel are knowledge, the practices that I've experienced myself, I've practiced, I'm implemented, and they worked. I'm not sharing anything that sounds good. I'm not sharing anything that I watch on the other video. Is everything here and now coming from me, because I was able to shift myself, as they say, shifting reality. I was able to shift myself after many years of trying and struggling. And think for yourself, if you've been there, maybe you are there, maybe you put in so much action towards so many things in your life, yet somehow you still seems to not being where you want it to be. That's okay, because in this video I'm going to share with you this one simple thing that if you will be, first of all, aware of it, because guys, awareness is half of the success. Just to be honest, 98% people in this life, in this world, they're not even aware about spirituality. They're living the life with the eyes closed, living in this matrix, being asleep, playing the game as the pawns, moving as the game want them to move. Boom, life is gone, rebirth, not really being on that optimal path they meant for you. So, why I'm sharing this today? Because that was me. For many years, I was striving and trying different things. And don't get me wrong, I am in a spirituality, just to be honest, about 5 years right now. And only a year ago, after me being 4 years, hammering so deeply, law of attraction, law of assumption, different techniques, scripting, this, that, yada, yada. And those things were working sometimes. But did they shift my reality? Well, I don't think so. Did they made me 360 turn and suddenly I was living my best life? Well, I don't think so. But everything comes down to very simple methodology that I'm going to share with you, an idea about the reality that we're living in. And if you are taking notes, you can take notes. There is a principle that called transurfing. It's actually a book that I would recommend everyone to read. It's 700 pages, so yeah, it's a thick book. It's written by a Russian physicist, Vadim Zeland. And don't get me wrong, the book is written in a bit, I don't want to say sophisticated language, but the language that obviously, I am not English person, so sometimes some concepts for me to grasp it were hard, right? So I need to read the chapter and reread and understand. But also because it's translated from Russian, some things they were lost in translation. So sometimes it feels like, is that actually a thing or not? So yeah, it took time, deep research, not only based on transurfing, but also on different sources. What can be done to shift this reality? Because don't get me wrong, I don't know if you have ever been in this situation and seen some people in your life, maybe you know them or maybe you just look into them, like people who seems to have all great money, great business, great family, kids, opportunities, time, freedom, traveling around the world. Like, you look at them and you're thinking, man, what they know that I don't know? Do you know what I mean? And that was me. I was thinking, well, it needs to be something that I am doing wrong, or it needs to be something that I am not doing that they are doing, you know? So I was, for quite a period of my life, trying to figure out what is it. And don't get me wrong, I did many spiritual practices like law of attraction, right? And some of them worked, but every time they worked, the practices I was doing, well, definitely not. And I want things to work always. I want things to be there for me. I want to be in that vortex. I don't know if you ever have heard about vortex, where you are basically on that wave of fortune. The all things are happening for you, to you, in your favor, and the life is just, you know, like a never endless holiday. So I was like, damn, I want that holiday. I want that life, right? And you know, everything happened for a reason, and we're always getting signs. So I had somehow, in some way, shape or form, giving that sign to read that book and learn about the transurfing. And this is a very simple principle that I want to share with you, that it's crucial to understand. So I'm going to share this very, on a very basic level, so you can grasp the idea, because this is a principle and this is a basic. So from that, we can move forward, okay? So imagine everything here that you can see, be, are, is a reality. Everything is a reality. Imagine it's like a whole big blank page, which is everything. Everything that can happen, will happen, did happen, everything. It's like a space of unlimited possibilities. Unlimited means on that space is you, your current version, the life that you're living, the people around you, the house that is around you, the job that you're doing, the car that you're driving. And take a moment while watching this video. Look around. What is your circumstances? How are you living? What are you doing? What have you achieved? What are your emotions, beliefs? What are your actions? This is you. This is the reality you have created so far. But they're also in this variance space of unlimited possibilities. There is a version of you somewhere there that maybe you've got an extra zero in a bank account. So maybe instead of 1,000, you've got 10,000. Instead of 10,000, you've got 100,000. Maybe instead of 100,000, you've got a million. There is the version of you. But there is also a version of you who's got not only that 100,000, but also driving an amazing car, having a great job. But maybe it's burnout. Maybe the job that you're doing is not fulfilling you, and you're feeling depressed and anxious. There is a version of you that may not have much. Not family, not many friends, not finances, not any material possessions. This version is there as well. But there is also a version of you that's got everything that you want. The version of you that's got the success that you desire, the career that you want to do, love of your life, family, kids, if that's what you want, time freedom, money freedom, traveling around the world. Is that version of you in that variance space that's got everything that you want. So now you may be thinking, okay, so if there is different versions, different possibilities of me living my life, how on the earth I can move from my current life, my current situation, to the life that I want? And this is a very good question. So, think about it. In your life, there are two main factors that determine your life, that we may be actually consciously aware. The first factor is external. So it's everything that is surrounding you. People that you work with, so your colleagues, your group of friends, your parents, your family, the house you live in, the job that you're going to, everything that is outside, like an external environment, right? So you may be thinking, okay, if my external environment is not the best, what I can do, I can just quit that job, move to a different town and start a new job. And many people does this. Many people do this. They like, okay, I'm enough with this toxic people, toxic environment. I hate this house. I'm going to start a new life, and they're moving out. And you may be thinking, well, that's a great solution, right? Could be, but not for everybody. Because in many cases, what is happening, those people who are starting a new life, new job, new house, what is happening? They carry with them what? The same beliefs, the same patterns, the same behaviors, the same reaction to the situations. So sooner or later, what's going to happen? They will start the job, but they will attract the same people at this place. They will meet the same people because the patterns, the beliefs, the thoughts, the behaviors are the same. They haven't done anything. They just change external environment. And don't get me wrong, it may work for some, but that's not the majority of people who are trying to change their life or shift their reality. So on the other hand, you may be thinking, okay, if it's not external, so then it's internal, right? I don't need to change what is on outside, but I'm gonna change what is on the inside. Work on myself, change the thoughts, change the beliefs, right? And you know, it can work for some. But let me ask you this. Do you know people, or maybe it's you, that you actually in a self-development for quite a good time, months or years, working on yourself, being in a spirituality, trying new techniques, learning new things, and you know, and you're trying and working, yet you still didn't shift your reality. Do you know what I'm talking about? Damn. Okay, so solutions. So maybe you need to change external and internal. That would work, right? And there are people like this. They're dropping everything. They work on themselves internally, like, yeah, they're dropping everything. I'm gonna change place, change job, start new life, you know, I'm awakened spiritually, and they just, you know, start from zero, from scratch. Draw the line, new life. Well, again, it may work for some, right? But the question is, does it work for everybody? Because if it will, everyone would do this. Because don't get me wrong, you can go to a new place, find a new job, meet new people, work on your spirituality and your self-development. Think about it. Maybe you've done this for yourself. You changed something in your life. You're working on yourself. Yet did you shift into your desired life or not yet? I don't know, you may be thinking, Polly, you're crazy. I'm trying to give a solution and you're taking that away. Don't get me wrong, these are beautiful solutions to work on working on your internal and working on your external, because the huge shifts may happen. But there is something that no matter what you will be doing, it will slow you down. No matter what you will be trying, it will create so much resistance in your life. No matter what you will be, you know, working on, it will feel like you are just trying, putting your hard work, having sleepless nights, dedicating your time and effort, and somehow it's still not there yet. Because maybe you are in this point of life, you know? And what I'm going to share with you is extremely important, because if you're not aware of this, then you're not able to defeat this. If you are not aware of this, you're not able to work on this or remove this, right? So the thing that probably is stopping you most likely from living your most desired life is this unconscious energy form. And I know it sounds a little bit woo, a little bit out there. What is it? Think about it. This energy form is usually created based on individual, on a group of people. When the people think the same way, when the people act the same way, start swinging in the same direction. How we call this? This is called pendulum. And I'm not going to be diving super deep because I actually recorded a video about the pendulums, how to defeat them. And it's just here, and I'm going to touch for you at the very end. Pendulum is such an aggressive energy form that feeds on your energy. Pendulums, destructive pendulums, what are they? Families, communities, companies, groups of people that think the same way, political parties. And think, have you got in your life I mean, you have in your life. But think about this. What kind of pendulums, destructive pendulums, you are involved in your life? Because what is happening, pendulum feeds on your energy. Pendulum wants you to think as they think. Pendulum wants you to be dependent on them. And you know, don't get me wrong, because I said families, you may say, well, but the family is bad. Well, it's not about it's bad. But imagine you were a kid. Parents are the first people that inject in you the sets of rules, beliefs that you have to follow because you're a kid. And they may have the best interest for you. They may love you so much. They want you to work for the family business. But that's not what you want. But very often they inject so much of their beliefs and set of rules in the small individual that by you growing up, you're following them. Because you've been so attached, because they take energy from you. And creates in people so much of guilt, creates so much of anxiety and call of duty to fulfill dreams, responsibilities towards not only others. Think about this. If there are pendulums in your life, and what are they? Which pendulums you are involved in your life? Because everything is a pendulum. The difference is that we've got positive pendulums, I mean less destructive, and the one that dragging you down, the one that taking your free will away from you, the one that make you forgot who you are, the one that's stealing your authenticity, the true self that you came here to be. They can be organizations, communities. And don't get me wrong again, it's not a community one bad for you, but they also not really focus on the individual. Community focusing on them. Think as we think. Do as we do. Swing with us. And very often people lose themselves into communities. And you know, very important thing that I want to mention here. Either you dedicate yourself to that community, to that family, to that pendulum, and you swing with them, and you believe in them, and you're fully there. You're propelling that pendulum. You swing even more. You give the energy so it's growing. Because for pendulum, the main thing is to have more people. But on the other hand, there can be positive pendulum, positive energy that you give to the pendulum, and negative. Think about it. For example, the prices of the bills rising. What is happening? You're getting upset. Oh my gosh, why the price is rising? Why this is happening? You share this with your friends, with your family. Can you believe it? The government brought the prices up. This is what pendulum wants. It wants you to dedicate your energy, your focus towards that thing. Because it doesn't matter if you give positive energy to pendulum or you give negative energy to pendulum, it's still swinging. It is positive and negative. You know the pendulum always swings. Takes you over the balance to swing and give the energy to them. So even if you're complaining about something, even if you disagree about something, even if you bitch about the friend to the other friend, you give the energy to pendulum. You're taking away your pureness, your truthfulness, and you're letting this to swing and take you away from the game. I really want you to think and even write this down. Which pendulums you have in your life? Which pendulums, very often they hatching onto emotions like fear, the biggest one. If you're fearing something, if you're guilt about something, if you're feeling anxiety, inferiority, strong emotions, pendulum loves that. It will propel you, make you feel even more powerful with that energy. Swinging more. Think which pendulums are present in your life, which pendulums you giving your energy to. Because no matter where you will live, no matter what you will do, if you're giving your energy to the pendulum structure, it is positive energy that you're giving. You're thinking, yeah, I support that, or I want to help my parents. You're feeling that responsibility. You're giving your energy to the pendulum, at the same time you're forgetting who you are. And what I want to say, this is not that people are bad, like for example parents or co-workers or different communities. This isn't about persons, it's about the energy that is behind, because they already swinging within it. They're being influenced through the energy, and they influence through you, and you becoming a new adherent and swinging with them. So your homework, I want to say. So what you supposed to do, firstly, catch the pendulums in your life. See in your day-to-day life, Am I actually giving my energy to this? Am I actually complaining about this? Am I actually mowing about this? Am I actually getting involved in things that they maybe not even relate to me? You know what I mean? Like, for example, you're going for a football match. You're not a football supporter because your boyfriend is, or your friend, or your girlfriend, whatever. And you then, people suddenly start doing Mexican wave, or they start shouting, or yay! And then you finding yourself doing exactly the same thing, like everybody. But then you don't even support that football. Do you know what I mean? You start acting as the pendulum. Catch yourself. If you're acting like others acting, but it's not actually true to yourself. Very often at work, people do this. I'm not telling you that you need to be against your boss because he will kick you out. But if there's some rules that you don't agree with it, if there is not moral compass, definitely do not be stuck in a situation like this, because it will be so hard for you to move on. Catch the pendulums in your life, and then how to get rid of them. That's why I've got video for you. The video that I mentioned, it will show you how you can defeat the pendulums from your life. Because if you defeat them, your life will start shifting. You're working on your internal, you're working on your external. You defeated the pendulums that are hatching on you. Your energy is free. And then you can start shifting. And you will be shifting automatically. There is no secret formula. You open a small door like Alice in the Winter Wonderland, in the Wonderland, and you shift somewhere. Shift will happen automatically while you work internally, externally, and remove those pendulums that are hatching onto you. Now you are conscious. Now you know about the existence and you got awareness, so you can shift that thing and that reality. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you took any values whatsoever, give me a thumbs up and a like button, and subscribe if you haven't done yet. Because I'm here coming every week for now, to give you as much as I can so you can change your life to live your most fulfilling path and feel fulfilled, happy, joyful, and in love. And this is to the video that I've said. Watch the pendulums based on the book that I just shared, Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland, and it will show you how you can defeat them, because really gold nuggets, So I'm sending you much love, I'm kissing you, I'm missing you, and I'm loving you. Ciao.